Never buy a puzzle from a stranger who won't meet your eyes. Especially not one that's already half finished. You have no idea what kind of picture it's trying to show you. The first piece looked innocent enough. Just a little corner, some red, maybe a piece of a curtain or shirt. But the more I added, the more I started to recognize things. Things I wish I hadn't. Let me back up. My name's Eric. I live alone. Nothing crazy. Just your average guy. I work nights at a storage facility. Lots of time alone with my thoughts. One day after work, I stopped by this little antique store near the bus station. I never noticed it before. The place was tucked between a boarded-up barber shop and a diner that smelled like burnt coffee. The sign just said Old Finds. I went in. The bell above the door gave this brittle little jingle, like it hadn't been used in years. The place was dusty, dim and quiet. Like everything inside had been forgotten for decades. And standing in the back was a man. He was tall. Too tall, honestly. Thin and pale. His eyes were weird. Like he was looking through me. He didn't say anything, just nodded when I walked in. I wasn't really looking for anything, but I saw the puzzle in a little wooden box behind the counter. It looked old. Really old. The cover was blank, just scratched wood, and a little sticker that said 1,000 pieces. "What's this one?" I asked. The man blinked. Slow. Then slid it toward me. "It's not for everyone," he said, voice like crumpled paper. I laughed, awkwardly. "Okay. What's the picture?" "That depends," he muttered. I should have left. But I didn't. I bought the damn thing. He wrapped it in brown paper, and didn't even charge tax. "You start with the corners," he whispered as I walked out. That night, I sat on my kitchen floor, and dumped it out. The pieces were strange. Not quite cardboard. Heavier. Sharper around the edges. They clicked together, almost too easily. The corners were red. I thought maybe it was a sunset. But something about the red made me uneasy. It was dark. Too dark. Like dried blood. I shook it off. "It's just a puzzle." A weird puzzle, yeah. But nothing more. At first. By day 3, I had most of the edges filled in. And what looked like the top of a staircase. Only, it wasn't a normal staircase. It looked like the stairs in my mother's house. The one we sold after she passed. I hadn't seen those stairs in over a decade. I stared at the image for a long time, fingers trembling. No way. No way it's the same. But every chipped step, every worn down groove, it was exact. I started sweating. I almost put it away. Almost tossed the whole thing, but something in me wouldn't let go. By the end of the week, I'd filled in the hallway. It was my mother's house. No question. But it looked wrong. The hallway was darker than I remembered. The lights were off. The door at the end cracked open. I stopped sleeping. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw it. The hallway. The door. The growing shadows. One night, I dreamt I walked down that hallway again. The carpet muffled my steps. The air smelled like old perfume and mold. I reached the door. And I heard breathing behind it. When I woke up, my hands were shaking. And the puzzle had grown. There were more pieces now. I know it sounds impossible. But I counted, there were at least 1,200 now. I hadn't added anything. I hadn't opened a new box. But there they were. And the image? It had changed. There was someone in the hallway. At first, it was just a shadow. Then a shape. Long arms. Bent back. Face twisted, in a way that made my stomach turn. It wasn't human. Not anymore. And it was closer to the door than before. I flipped the table over, and shoved the puzzle into a box, but that night, the dreams came again. Only now, I wasn't alone in the hallway. I was watching from the stairs. Frozen. And the thing? It was crawling out of the room. It saw me. It smiled. When I woke up, there was a puzzle piece in my hand. A new one. I hadn't seen it before. It showed a piece of my own face. Right eye. Bruised. Scared, I couldn't take it anymore. I drove back to the antique shop. Only to see. It wasn't there. The space between the diner and barber shop was just a brick wall now. I stood there for 10 minutes. Trying to make sense of it. Nothing. I took the puzzle to the woods, behind my apartment, and tried to burn it. The flames hissed. Spat. And died. The puzzle wouldn't burn. The pieces wouldn't break. I buried it instead. As deep as I could. I didn't sleep for 2 nights, but thought it was over. Until I came home from work. And there it was. On the kitchen table. Half finished. Right where I left off, the image had changed again. It wasn't my mother's hallway anymore. It was my apartment. And in the corner was that thing. Closer. Watching. Waiting. I've tried everything. Burning it. Soaking it. Smashing it with a hammer. It won't go away. It always comes back. And every time, there's more of it finished. More of the thing. Last night, I saw something move, in the corner of my room. No dream this time. I was awake. Frozen. And then I heard it. Click. Another piece fell into place. By itself. I don't know what happens when it's complete. I don't want to know. But I'm running out of pieces. And it's getting closer to the center. To me, if you ever see a puzzle, in a box with no picture, leave it. Run. Because it doesn't show a picture. It shows your end. Love this spine-chilling story? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, for more tales that will keep you awake at night.